I'm not a gamer myself personally. I mean, I love video games, I love playing games and board games and that sort of thing. But what really interested me in this industry was the problem-solving aspect of it, because you get to work in these sort of fantastical environments, like things happen in space or in a medieval castle, and it's not everyday problem-solving, it's a very different kind of problem-solving.
I had a kind of a cross-disciplinary coursework where I still took classes in art, but I was on an engineering track, and one of my professors explained to me that there was an engineering artist background, and that is computer graphics. It was basically my calling. I was like, oh man, there's some really cool problems to solve in this, so why don't I try that out?
I entered this industry just because I wanted to have a creative outlet together with my technical skills, as I wanted to mix those two, and the entertainment field in general gives me that. I can be a programmer, which is what I'm good at and what I'm passionate about, and I can have a creative use of that skill.
Game designers can come from any range of backgrounds. I know people who are game designers who were previously accountants or artists or any number of things, and a game designer really just takes their knowledge from the outside world and sort of helps bring it into the game. So any range of influences is useful for being a game designer.
As far as getting a job in the industry, I would say traditional art background, fundamentals is really key. And you can get that from basically anywhere. And then also being able to pursue your studies independently. So art school is great at giving you the foundational elements, color theory, understanding form, light, but then you have to apply them in what's a rapidly evolving industry.
I went to school for computer engineering for undergrad, and I did a master's in entertainment technology in CMU. Different people have different backgrounds. Not everyone that is an engineer has a computer science background. Some people actually have art backgrounds and they just minor in computer science and they just go towards the computer science field.
So my background's in architecture. When I graduated, I realized that I didn't want to worry about necessarily building codes and that sort of thing. It seemed a little bit less glamorous than I was hoping it would be. And so I realized, hey, architecture exists in video games too. Like, they have to design a castle, they have to design a hallway or a house that you walk through and that sort of thing. And so I decided that my skills would be applicable to game design, and I started learning about the principles behind game design and that sort of thing.
My friends and I ended up making a small company ourselves where we were developing apps for people. I was solving a lot of different problems very fast. We had months to deliver on something, and we had to figure out what was the best approach to getting this idea onto this platform.
Actually, my career path is a little different to most engineers. After I graduated from computer engineer, I worked as a computer software engineer for a while, and that was just the traditional software development, server and client and all of that. So actually that background was very useful because I started as a server engineer here at Schell Games, because even though I didn't have too much experience with games, I have experience with servers in client server environments. So that was very important for me to bring in here. In general, I think that just having analytical thinking and be passionate about solving problems and just creative solutions to problems it's a great way to get into the games industry.